Salute to God, the Most High, the Creator of everything. And one time, I have to leave that right there, ladies and gentlemen. Fair use, educational purposes. I've tried to stay away from this, but I can't. And this video really pulled me in. I think I should have got the brother's name. I did look at introvert rock star, something rock star. Okay, let's listen to this brother. Was Angie Stone's death an accident or was it foul play? His brother raised some very good points. Let's get on into it. Fair use, educational purposes. Hit that like button, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Go to this brother's page, hit that like button, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen.
And for those of you that don't understand that Miss Angie Stone climbed out the van on her own, she was instructed to sit down on the side of the road by a white person, and then she was ran over by a white person. And see, I told y'all, the story they told us, it didn't make sense. Out of 9 people in the van, how was Angie Stone the only person to die? See, we have to use our common sense. It's been 10 whole days. We haven't had any investigations. The truck driver, you had no update, no mugshot of the truck driver. The people in the van, you have no interviews. No one is saying anything like it never happened. Make it make sense. And then I said, wait. Early in the video, dude said it was a Caucasian woman that helped Angie Stone out of the van. And then I found this video of the woman. Check it out.
I hit my 18-yard on the side of the interstate. I have pieces of the fender in my hair. It's oil all over my body. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to get back to telling the story and I'll show you the footage. After driving the 6 hours home, showering, and processing it all, here's the story. About 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, me and my daughter were driving to...
Before we really get deep into what she's saying, I want to salute to this brother so bad. I something rock star. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. Great content. You did great work. My mind was just wrapped around what I saw in your video to the point where I couldn't even remember what came before Rockstar in your name. I could not remember. Okay. But just brother, salute. Here's what I want to get at. We were made to believe that she passed away in the van, in the accident, from the footage that they show on mainstream media. But this is the young Caucasian lady that they said asked her, helped her out of the van, and told her, "You need to sit down. Sit down." Not she wasn't telling her to sit down, obviously to set her up. She was trying to help her. Okay, here we go.
Charleston, South Carolina for her Sweet 16 birthday getaway. We came up to a truck with a trailer and its flashers were on, so we slowed down some. And that's when I noticed there was an overturned vehicle in the fast lane. And it looked like it just happened. I pulled over and put my flashers on and I told my daughter to stay in the car. And I ran over. It was a van and I ran over and there were so many people in this van and they were just trying to get out. And I asked if they'd called the cops and they said, "We're just trying to get out." And they were helping this woman out off the side of the van. And I grabbed her hand and I helped her get down. And
That woman, for the people in the back, would be the legendary, iconic singer Angie Stone. She just confirmed that Angie Stone was still alive even after the van flipped. Now, they had us thinking in mainstream media that the van flipped and the truck came along and hit it. And, all of these things happened like it was something out of a Final Destination movie, right? Keep listening, ladies and gentlemen.
She seemed out of it and I was holding her hand and she was wobbling around. And I said, "Baby, you got to sit down." And then the next thing I know, I flew and I fell down to the ground and it felt like something not ran over me, but brushed over me. Like something just swiped over my body. And I got up and I could hear screaming. And I just focused in on one screaming, and it was my daughter. And all I could do was run across the highway and tell her to get back in the car. She had to move the car because if somebody else hit us, it could hit her. So she moved the car farther up the interstate, and I called 911, and they said they were on their way. And then all I could think to do was get to my daughter. And that's all I could do in that time. And when I was walking to my daughter, we're really running. The best that I can do, I was in so much pain. My chest felt like an elephant was sitting on it. My legs were so hurt and sore. And I looked up, and there was an 18-wheeler that had crossed the median into oncoming traffic. And I knew that's what hit me and ran over.
Let's stop right there. Right there. Now we have two things confirmed. We know that she was alive when the Sprinter van flipped. They tried to say it was 9 people and she didn't. She was the only one that didn't survive. Now we know that that was a false report. We know that all 9 people survived. All right. At least the accident. Now, with this truck barreling across a median, going across the wrong side of the road through a median to go to the other side of the, if you didn't fall asleep at the whip, this almost sounds like they were instructed to finish the job allegedly. Allegedly, I'll go ahead and say it. It almost sounds like, okay, hey, I can see her, that didn't work. Allegedly, it's closing, finish the job. This sounds almost like we've been through this with Michael Jackson. We've been through this with Whitney Houston, Princess Diana. Aaliyah, Left Eye. Come on, man. This is nothing brand new, man. Nothing brand new. Right down to the man on his shirt, Jimi Hendrix. We've been through this, but let's get it.
And brushed over me was the 18-wheeler.
And see, that's why I love TikTok. TikTok will show you what mainstream news don't show you, what they trying to hide from you. So I went to her account, and she's from Louisiana. Her last post was February 28th, the day before the accident happened, and she deleted the video. So I'm like, wait, let me read these comments. And then I saw this comment. The comment was from someone named Nancy. Nancy asks, what happened to the video? Courtney, the woman that helped Angie Stone, she said, the 18-wheeler video accident post? Then Courtney said, if that is the video you are referring to, the family asked to take it down. Out of respect, the video is now private. So it all makes sense now. That's why no one is fighting back. That's why it seemed like they rushing for this funeral to happen. No one is trying to fight back and figure this stuff out. You even see her daughter. Her daughter was online begging for cash apps. I'm like, damn, you're not trying to find out how your mother died, because what they told us, it didn't make sense. The van flipped over, then the truck hit the van, and she was the only one to die. That didn't make sense.
And what else doesn't make sense to me, just thinking on the fly, is why wouldn't you want this story out there? Why wouldn't you want the truth of how your mother or how your relative, what really happened? Who doesn't want that closure? If it was an accident, okay. If it was her time, okay. But if it was a setup, if it was premeditated, if it was planned, you wouldn't want the truth. How are you gonna lose someone and say rest in peace and never really figure out what happened to your loved one in order for them to rest in peace? I don't know if that makes any sense, but maybe some of y'all know what I'm trying to say.
But I always tell y'all in my videos, everyone is on the same team when it comes against our people. The cops on the same team, the trucking companies on the same team, the lawyers, the judges, the prisons, the hospital, they all against us when it comes to something like this. When you speak up against the industry, I'm telling you, they team up against our people. Because I was thinking, if this woman says the truck hit her too, why the news never covered her? Why the news never said anything about her? And again, this is why I love TikTok. On TikTok, you gonna catch the truth.
Now he rated some good points, but I want to correct his brother on something. They don't just stack against us, and we're not the only ones that this happens to. You know, I just mentioned Princess Diana. I think Elvis was wrapped up into that. Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Paul Walker. There's so many people. It just depends on what industry you're in. I don't even think race matters. I don't even think race matters. So I want to clear the air on that. But what he's saying about what mainstream media hides and what you know um, social media puts out there, portrays, TikTok, YouTube, it's true. We actually generally put the truth out there.
On YouTube, a lot of times these major news networks, they not gonna tell you the truth. They just gonna tell you what they want to tell you, especially because a lot of these news outlets, they have ties to the record labels. I'm telling you, they all on the same team. And look, when it comes to me, I love to sit back and think. As a truck driver, I'm thinking, this truck driver had time to stop. So why didn't he stop? Why in the picture, why in this picture you see his truck go across the median? Why did he go across that median? If he didn't have time to stop, if he wasn't paying attention, he should be in jail because
I hate to keep stopping this. I want you to get the gist, get the visual of this picture. You see the track marks, the tire track marks where the truck came from. Now, this lady says she asked Miss Angie Stone to sit down. Depending on where she asked Miss Angie Stone to sit at, I can more than guarantee that truck was headed right for her because she said she felt something brush her, not hit her, but brush her, knocking her out of the way. We don't know the distance between her and Miss Stone, Miss Angie Stone. May she rest in peace. We don't know the distance. And we don't know what Angie was recovering. But if y'all was listening to her speak after she say she got hit or brushed and she realized it was an 18-wheeler, she never ever said the condition of Miss Stone. She never mentioned Miss Stone's name again after that, which led me to believe that that truck made direct impact somehow with Miss Angie Stone, and that's how she died.
he unalived somebody? Or did he do it on purpose? Did he see that she didn't die? Was he sick? Was he paid to hit her on purpose? Because the woman said she survived. Angie Stone got out of the van. So she was alive still. Why no one talking about that? Why no one in the van making videos about what really happened? Did they sign an NDA? What happened? Well, you do have one person that said something. Her name is Sharita Murphy. She was in the van. She told the driver of the Sprinter van to slow down before they start flipping. Why no one talking about that? I feel like all along he knew what was going on. And like I said earlier, the truck driver drove for a company called CRST. Why is no mugshot? Why is no updates? Me as a truck driver, if I was
Listen to what he's about to say about CRST. Listen to what this experienced truck driver is about to tell you. This guy did his research. I feel like such a hole. I can't remember his entire platform name. I just know it's something Rockstar. I want to say introvert Rockstar, something. It starts with an I. But listen to what this brother is about to reveal.
to come through Alabama and hit and run over and unalive a legendary Caucasian singer, I'm telling you, I would not make it out of Alabama alive. They would arrest me and they would say, oh, something happened to him while he was in jail. I'm telling you how it goes. My mugshot will be everywhere. They will make videos. Man, I'm online. I can't find no pictures of this dude. All they say is a 33-year-old man from Texas. They gave his name, but it's no pictures. It's nothing. I'm like, damn, if that was me, it'll be on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Google, every site, Snapchat, it'll be on every site. So we need them to keep that same energy. And it's crazy. None of her.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie. We know based on how this happens, I got to tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you know the driver was non-black. That's how you know it had to be a non-black driver, because they're not really putting anything out there on him. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, there's been too many times that a black person has been killed, whether it was justifiable or unjustifiable. And when it's someone non-black, we have to wait for that name, wait for that information. Okay, we have to wait to receive that. We have to wait for it to be publicized. So that's just based on method of operation here in this country. I am willing to bet that 100% that the driver of that truck was probably non-black. It's not me throwing a race card, just me putting it out there.
Family or her loved ones is even trying to figure this stuff out. These people not giving you the real information. And then I found this information. CRST does not use driver-facing cameras, but they do have outward-facing cameras. So where's the footage? And as a truck driver, we already know if you slam on brakes too hard, that red light is going to come on and start recording everything that's in front of the truck. If you too close to somebody, that red light is going to come on. If you touch your cell phone, that red light is going to come on and start recording. Where's the footage of that accident? And it's crazy how no article said anything about the cameras that's on the truck. They ain't even mention it. And we know she died. The accident happened 5 miles from Montgomery, Alabama. And I found this out. Yes, I-65 near Montgomery, Alabama likely has traffic cameras, as many highways in Alabama, including I-65, are monitored by the Alabama Department of Transportation or local law enforcement with live traffic camera feeds available on Alabama DOT's traffic website. So again, where's the footage? It's 2025. Y'all see everything else. When that shooting happened in Florida with Julio Fulio, the rapper, y'all recorded everything. So this is Alabama. Where is the footage?
Let me stop this right here. Here's a basis I would like to cover with that. He just confirmed, and I know just from working out waste management and things like that, when you hit those brakes and when you drive those type of trucks, yes, that red light does come on. It starts recording. All right away. I have uncles who've always driven trucks and everything. Those lights come on right away when you hit those brakes. Cameras come on, red lights come on, everything is recorded. Now, this is to back up my alleged assumption of when she said something brushed her, almost knocking her out the way. Again, it leads me to believe that that 18 wheeler somehow made direct impact with Miss Angie Stone. That would be the only reason why I can't see them putting that footage out there from that 18 wheeler or the footage out there from the cameras that's covering the interstate. That would be terrible and tragic. Terrible and tragic. No one wants to witness that. That would leave a terrible disdain, a terrible taste and disdain, for the family to bear and deal with. Um, and we need to be respectable, but we also need to know the truth because she was a legend. She is iconic. Even now that she's not walking among us, it doesn't change, you know, the elite individual that she is. It doesn't take away from her accomplishments or how prestigious she was or successful as a human being, an artist. But there's more.
2025. You have cameras everywhere. You didn't even mention the footage. That's crazy. Make it make sense. And see, a lot of people don't know that company CRST, that truck driver, that unalived Angie Stone, that was the same company that tried to unalive Tracy Morgan, the comedian Tracy Morgan, and they had to pay him $90 million. And see, it's two trucking companies I really hate. CRST and Western Express. At CRST, I'm telling you, they steal money from the drivers. They don't fix their trucks. They scam their drivers. Ask anybody who ever drove for CRST or they drive from now. They steal from the drivers. They pay them late. They are real criminals. The dispatchers, the owners of CRST, they are real life criminals. So I sit back. I'm like, who would they pay? Did they pay CRST to do this? Because why did their truck driver have to cross over the median to, have that accident? If it was an accident and he was falling asleep or he was on his phone, he wasn't paying attention, he should be in jail. We should have a mugshot. But see, everybody just crossed over that. Nobody.
He's raising some very great points, man. He is raising some very great points. And the information he just gave us about Tracy Morgan's accident when they tried to unalive him, and it's the same trucking company, and they had to pay him 90 million. The same trucking company. Do y'all really believe, allegedly, that Tracy Morgan was supposed to survive? Do y'all not know that Tracy Morgan, Tracy Morgan has to be aware that that was not just a freak accident. Okay, someone was trying to quiet him up. Angie Stone was in the process of actually going after her royalties, and she was exposing the industry, the music industry, for how she was putting them out there. It was a dog fight, y'all. It was a dog fight. She had started going live on Instagram and everywhere, just talking about. I'll let y'all see it towards the end.
Even thinking about that. Like I say, this happened Mardi Gras weekend. This happened the next day. You had the Oscars award. See, they want to keep us distracted. But me, I told you on my channel, I let nothing slide. Make it make sense.
And then it's always some type of awards or something. When Whitney Houston died, I remember it was some type of awards. Maybe BET award or something. I'm not sure. It's always an award. Method of operation, ladies and gentlemen. This right here this draws my attention. I'm sorry. This makes me think, man. This makes me think.
You have to sit back and think. We have no professional pictures of the accident scene. The only proof we have is from people passing by and recording and taking pictures on their cell phone inside of their car. Why don't we have professional pictures? Make it make sense. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, the game is cold. Angie Stone just announced she was going on tour this year and next year in the UK. She announced that. And I step back and I say, damn, Michael Jackson did the same thing. In February, I think it was like 2012, I forgot the year, or 2009 when he passed away. But in February, he announced that he was going on tour in the UK also.
And this happened with Whitney Houston and those awards in February. I just thought about that. Maybe February of 2012, maybe 12ish. This happened in February, even with Whitney Houston. I'm not sure about Bobby Christina. We've got to go back and start looking at these dates, y'all, because Whitney Houston was my baby. It was February. It was February.
Months later, like 18 days before his tour date started, he was unalive. Make it make sense. I'm telling you, to my people that's creators, you content creator, you are a singer, a rapper, a painter, whatever you do, photographer, whatever you do, you don't have to sign to these people. You don't have to sign over your rights to make more money, to get more attention. We live in a new day and age. We have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have TikTok, you have all these outlets now. You don't need to sign to these people and sign your life away, because I promise you, once you sign to these people, they own you. They gonna pay you money up front.
And we all know who he mean by these people. I'm gonna leave that there. Let me know your thoughts. What do you perceive? What do you get from this video, ladies and gentlemen? Is this possibly foul play? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. I'll drop this link in the description box. I thank everyone for coming along and listening to the content and just showing my page some love. While you're here, hit that like button. Go over to this brother's page, like his video, subscribe as well, y'all. And y'all know what to do. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power. There's only one God, one life to live, and I pray that Miss Angie Stone is in God's hands. She was a very righteous woman. I pray that her soul is received by God Himself. Y'all stay prayed up, stay meditated up, stay blessed up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you. Ashe, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time.